Good morning, Hornet Nation. Welcome to the Daily Buzz. I'm Joe Hutzler. A lot to get to as always, so let's get started. We begin with women's volleyball, who had a tremendous opportunity to travel to California over the weekend and play 4 games. They did not get the results they were hoping for, but they got a great experience nonetheless.
Going to California this past weekend was an opportunity for us to play a different tempo of ball. Volleyball is unlike a lot of other sports, in my opinion, in that you go to different regions of the country and you find a different kind of game. I hear lacrosse is somewhat similar. We played Laverne, and they were about power. I mean, the girls were touching 10-4. One's playing overseas this summer. You had Santa Cruz, which was a little bit more speed, and then you had Whittier, which was definitely speed. So it prepared us to play a game that's a lot faster than what we see in the ODAC, and hopefully prepare us to beat out some of the teams when we come back. Well, we would have loved to say Sunday and taken the red eye back, but we came back Saturday on the red eye for that sole reason, to get them back to campus, to get them acclimated back to their schedule, give them 3 or 4 good nights of regular sleep. We had study hall time when we were there, so we tried to keep them up and abreast of what they had going on back here and staying in touch. And as far as getting ready for the game, we're just watching a lot of film. Practice schedule is pretty much the same. Individual sessions are the same. I think they were tired yesterday, but sounds like we've kind of recovered and we're ready for a good week.
Last week we were talking about women's soccer and their lack of goals. This week we're talking about how we can keep up with their scoring, as they had 18 goals between 2 games this past week. I talked to Tess Frelick about what that does for their confidence and how she prepares personally for a very big game tonight against the Generals of Washington and Lee.
Well, it starts off just taking pressure off of everyone. I think Bridgewater and Wesleyan, after those 2 games, we felt a ton of pressure. Even defensively, you're like, well, if we make one mistake, what's going to happen? Just getting a lot of people different goals. I mean, Marissa scoring 3 goals last week. I mean, I think that's just great to get a freshman confidence. Caitlin Murray's get back on the groove. So figuring things out without Hannah, I think we can still win without her, and I think we just needed to see that get the right mojo together. For me, it means more. I think and I've been here 4 years and I've hosted all 4 years. So for me, I don't want to go anywhere else but here. So I don't know. I think it's hard. The younger you are, you don't know. But I think this team, we understand that it means a lot. I think we're going to get up for it and be ready to come out and win.
Men's soccer can't seem to get out of the way of Mother Nature, as they had a game postponed against Guilford College due to lightning, and then this past Saturday a torrential downpour in Ashland, Virginia against Randolph-Macon. Ben Grosfuss says, though, a year ago they would not have won that game against the Yellow Jackets, and he also talked about his personal success and goals against Washington and Lee in his career as they get set up for today's contest.
I think we really came together even after starting slow in the first 10 minutes, and we used the weather, the locker room conditions, we use that as motivation to come together as a team and just eke out the victory. We are better this year than we were last year, because going down that early last year, we wouldn't have won, because we didn't win a single game last year where we allowed a goal. All 10 of our wins were shutouts. So I think it really speaks to the hard work we put in this offseason and the change of the mindset. Well, we just know that this game is going to be a battle no matter what. My 3 years here, we are 1-1-1 against WNL, so hopefully we'll get the win Wednesday and I'll have a winning record against them for my career.
And here is the schedule for tonight. We begin with men's soccer, as we mentioned, number 14 in the nation. They will be at the Generals' place at Washington and Lee University at 3 o'clock. LHSN will have highlights of that game for you, of course, on the following day here on the Daily Buzz. 6:30, volleyball travels right over to Rivermont Avenue to take on the Wildcats of Randolph College. And at 7 o'clock tonight, the nightcap live on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network, number 10 women's soccer against Washington and Lee. Switching gears to campus events, today is the last day to sign up for intramural flag football as a team. Your team fee is $5. You can pay that at the hub on the first floor of Drysdale. You can sign up at imleagues.com. You can also contact Steve Bradney directly to get yourself in a position to get ready for this intramural season. Also, homecoming this weekend. We've talked about it a lot already. We're going to keep talking about it and let you know of the big events to prepare for this Friday and Saturday. First, the Hall of Fame dinner at 6:30 on Friday, followed by a welcome home reception with the Melting Pot Band, which is an alumni band down in the Westover room. Also Saturday, homecoming tailgate starts at 11. Then the LC Love reception and class photos will start at 1. President Guerin with some remarks to start that dedication at 1:45. Then the Magician and Hypnotist show starts at 8:30. Visit lynchburg.edu/alumni for all the details. And our last order of business deals with the Weekly Sting. As we do every Thursday at 6 o'clock, we bring you the Weekly Sting. This week, we're going to bring it to you live. Our guest list is there, a wonderful group of young student athletes, 3 seniors on the list with Garrett, Hess, and Deacon, and the junior Nate Burning going to step in there as well. As he gets done practice right at 6, he'll come on the set and we'll have a good conversation. So be sure to tune in. You can go to lynchburgsports.com and click on LHSN to find the live stream. As we do every day here on the Daily Buzz, it's time to tell you what day it is on the National Day calendar. Today is National Stop Bullying Day. Some statistics to show how bad this really is one being that bullying victims are between 2 and 9 times more likely to consider suicide than non-bullying victims. And also an ABC News study showed that 30% of students in school have identified themselves as bullies or bullying victims. Certainly a number that is way too high. So if you see that around campus or anywhere else, remember that it does have a lasting effect as opposed to just that particular moment. Always remember, it's a great day to be a Hornet, and we are one nation.